coverage of the march this Saturday. Reporting by Grace Coulter, NTD News.
There have been numerous reports of a voting software computer glitch where thousands of votes were shifted from one presidential candidate to the other in the 2020 election. The latest report comes from Wisconsin. If verified, it could significantly change the state's election results.
Among several key swing states, evidence of supposed glitches in vote-counting software have emerged following the election and in recent days. The Trump campaign and other right-wing groups speculate these glitches transferred votes meant for President Trump over to Democrat nominee Joe Biden. Major media outlets reported that these allegations are false. On CNN, officials from Wisconsin and Michigan said they do not believe anything wrong occurred in their state's elections.
What we've got to talk about really is to leave the conspiracy theories behind.
This election was smooth, secure, transparent, and accurate.
Fluctuations in the voting numbers reported on election night can indicate otherwise. According to a Twitter post from a data scientist, Michigan counted almost 150,000 votes within 5 seconds, and less than 6,000 of them were for Trump. And Virginia's vote count was reduced by over 100,000 votes in the early hours of the morning. The data scientist also told us she found Wisconsin had an average count of 325 votes per second, while Washington hit a peak of over 130,000 vote counts per second. And in one video, what looks to be CNN's 2020 election coverage showed 20,000 votes in Pennsylvania being transferred from Trump to Biden. Other reported glitches have caused separate issues. Wisconsin election workers had to duplicate over 13,000 ballots because of a printing error, which meant every ballot had to be opened and read.
A poll watcher and lawyer has submitted witness testimony claiming that illegal election practices took place in Michigan. He says that he's monitored a lot of elections in the last 20 years and that he's never seen anything like this.
As an American, I have monitored a lot of elections in the last 20 years, and I've never seen anything like this.
Attorney David Evans volunteered as a Republican poll watcher in Michigan's Wayne County. He's one among a number of people who've submitted accounts to the Trump campaign of alleged fraud and illegal election practices taking place in Michigan. Evans says what went on in Detroit's TCF Center the evening after Election Day was the worst of what he saw. There, he says Republican volunteers or challengers who have the legal right to be in there were blocked from entering the ballot counting hall.
The entrance to the room was blocked by police officers, and they were very unusual looking police officers. They did not have consistent uniforms. Some of them didn't have badges on. Some of them had long hair, which you would not associate with a police officer. But they stopped the challengers from coming in. And I was told that the challengers had requested to come in and had been denied. So I asked one of the police officers, please bring somebody from, inside the room who's an official to talk to us. And nobody came out for about an hour.
Evans says the person that did eventually come out was arrogant and dismissive. We contacted the county clerk's office for comment, but they didn't get back to us before airtime. Evans says they also placed cardboard over windows to block Republicans from seeing what went on in the ballot counting room.
Again, it was obvious that they did not want us to see what was going on in the room. And the challengers had a legal right to be there. Under the law, they had a right to be in that room. And they were denied access, even when I requested that they be allowed to come in.
According to CNN Business, an attorney for the city of Detroit said that they covered some windows with cardboard to stop people from taking pictures and video of poll workers on duty, something only the media was allowed to do. In a video uploaded by a local newspaper, a woman who appears to be an election official says they were only letting nonpartisan people enter the ballot counting room that day after letting in nearly 270 Democrats and nearly 230 Republicans. We couldn't confirm at what time that announcement was made. Evans says President Trump is correct that these incidents should be investigated.
In the United States, the people control the government. And when you engage in fraudulent voting, it's somebody else other than the people that are controlling that vote and therefore controlling the government. So you've got to ensure that everything is done 100% correctly.
Evans claims he saw other illegal activity at other polling places, like voting from vehicles without the presence of observers from each political party and a failure to properly secure ballots.